I would say the hardest thing is it's like having the world against you, because in Vancouver there isn't a lot of, well, technically, you know, there is a lot of YouTubers that are super big, but it's like they don't mess with you. And on the very other end, I'm not trying to be negative, but there's so-called hobbyist YouTubers that, you know, have one subscriber, one video, and they're like, yeah, I make YouTube videos, but I'm in it for the long run. And when I first started, it was like not a single person like believed in me. It was like my own blood like laughed. It's like, huh, you have a YouTube channel, what are you gonna do now? And this has happened throughout. It's like that kind of like not having a single person believe in you except for yourself, and then eventually, you know, the people that support you. But at the same time, to bring some positivity into it, it's like the power of one is greater than zero, and all you really need is you and the people that support you, and you can take that and you can go wherever you want in the world. But yeah, that's the hardest thing about, you know, being an aspiring YouTuber or Vancouver YouTuber, is that there's not a lot of people out there, and you really have to build your own universe, screw everyone else, and you have to really love it. Because if I didn't love things like creating community and talking things that I want to talk about, then I wouldn't be doing this, period. I'm not in it for, you know, the monetary, I'm not in it for the fame. That's all just byproducts. And yeah, I'm sort of digressing, but that is one of the hardest things. Not having a single person support you. You're like, people think you're crazy. People make fun of you. Oh, you make YouTube videos? Oh my God, they're so cringy. But it's like, I wanted to do this since I was 12 years old. The best thing about being a creator in Vancouver is that, just as, you know, I took that negative of, oh, there's big tubers that don't mess with you, and there's people out there that try to hate on you, and oh, you know, that's cute, you know, but yeah, you're not gonna make it. But the best thing about, you know, being a creator in Vancouver is on the outside, you know, I look like your typical, if you saw me walking down the street, you wouldn't think I would be like a content creator on YouTube. I could just blend in. So in that sense, it's like, I just look like everyone else. I'm like a sheep's in wolf's clothing. And one of the cool things is that there isn't a lot of, you know, Vancouver YouTubers that represent Vancouver. You know what I mean? It's like there's big ones that you look at their video, I'm like, wait, they're from Vancouver? And you know, that's what I like about in the city. You know, there's that sense of anonymity where I can keep doing what I'm doing and slowly build an audience where I can eventually take over this city. You know, call me cocky, but I'm a damn ninja. That's what I like about being a YouTuber in this city. Like, at first, originally this channel I made, if you didn't know, I made outfits of the day videos where I would like try on clothes and turn around and be like, hey guys, I just bought that just for the sake of making a video. But one of the reasons I initially started again was the fact that I was that black sheep. I was that kid that was so weird and tried to like fit other people's molds and get people to like me. But deep down inside, I'm like, wait, why am I trying so hard to get people to like me? Because I grew up different. But if you've seen my other videos, it's like super awkward. I'm super nervous all the time. I deal with things anxiety, but I wanted to prove that if you really want something in this world, you work hard at it, you constantly reinvent yourself, and you can eventually, you know, determine your own destiny if you put in the work. I'm not trying to be some motivational speaker. I'm just here to prove that and represent that, you know, I was that black sheep. I was that kid that couldn't fit in. I was the kid that got singled out because I was different. And I represent, you know, the outcast, the person who got bullied. Like, that's me, put all in a little bunch with my awkwardness and whoever. And I'm able to put that onto the screen and still able to be me to the 100%. of my own ability, that is why I make videos, right? I'm here to show you that you can be you in this world. You know, it's 2017. People need to stop being fake and just be 100% to themselves. And my channel is a representation of me being like a poor immigrant family, being able to go against the grain and still be, you know, be able to do what I want, even though I was labeled as an outcast, a loner, a this or that. Brokethehabit, if you don't know yet, is essentially, you know, Linkin Park, Breaking the Habit. And that song, you know, I remember in my room, you know, screaming my lungs out, dancing like there's no tomorrow in my room, just rocking out to this song when I was like in the 5th grade, like a crazy psycho, because that was who I am. But in school, or, you know, in that environment, I was labeled as that timid kid, that shy kid who didn't really talk to anybody. I remember things like, oh, Peter, who's Peter? Who's that kid? I don't know who that is. And it's like the end of the semester where everyone should know each other. I was that kid that no one knew. And kind of leading on to the, like what I said before, was that I was that black sheep. I have all these odds against me because I was this, this, and this. But instead of me like feeling sorry for myself all the time, like, don't get me wrong, there's days where I sulk, but it's like, even against all those odds, I was like, screw society, I'm just gonna do me. When it comes to making videos, as long as there's people out there, even if it's one person, you know, yes, I'm very self-aware of like some of my videos don't do as well as others, but it's like, as long as there's one person that I'm able to touch, whether that's, you know, motivationally, even as, you know, you just laugh because you think I'm so cringy, or just somehow you're able to relate to me and, you know, realize that I'm not playing some overhyped character. I'm just being me, maybe a little exaggerated, but that's me. Whether that's inspiring someone to do whatever it is that they want, whether that's, you know, dealing with things like social anxiety, dealing with things like how you are labeled as this and this, and it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to go against the grain and be like, you know what, I am so tired of being someone that I'm not. I'm tired of trying to please everybody else, because in the end, I need to do me. There's people out there on the YouTube where they use this as a platform where it's like, okay, I'm gonna use my fans and audience, I'm gonna sell them a bunch of t-shirts, I'm going to like use this, become an actor and be in a big Hollywood movie, and then just ditch all my people who made me. Because, you know, your fans, your people who support you, they're your oxygen, and without them, you're nothing. And that's something I'm truly blessed, even if it's one person. Because I remember the days where I started this YouTube thing and I would get 1 view. And that 1 view was me watching the video again to see if it was smooth and, you know, it was clear. That was me. And I remember I was doing that for months and months with nobody watching. And to this day, you know, I think I have so much more potential. As long as there's one person, I'm always gonna try to improve. My greatest moment, you know, a lot of people are like, you shouldn't tell your end result goals, but there's certain things where I'm gonna take this and build an empire, but not in a weird, like, pyramid scheme of trying to scam you, but like build a community. And eventually, you know, I visualize things like crazy things like, you know, Casey Neistat walking through the crowd of like a bunch of people, but instead of Casey Neistat, that's me on like a global scale. Like, I have people watching from like Australia, I have people watching from like Spain, I have people watching my videos from like South America, where like a year ago I wouldn't even think that one person would watch my video. So knowing the fact there's like 10, 20, 5 people that are watching my videos, I am forever grateful. And to end that note is like, I ain't going nowhere, and I've just begun. Boy!
That's how you end it.
Deuces. Like, another thing about being aspiring content creator in Vancouver is that since there isn't a lot of like, there isn't really a community of people, I had to go against the grain. And, you know, a lot of people doubt me, but that same doubt of people brushing me off and not really respecting my art makes me want to work 10 times harder, because I can come back as a phoenix and I'll come at you. That's it. That's Gary Vee talk for you, bro.